Everyone, welcome back to A Peaceful Pursuit. Today I want to take you along and show you all of the thrifted items in my home and talk through how I've discovered that it really is true that you can have a beautiful home on a massive budget. It's totally doable. I also want to say that my home is nowhere near where I want it to be yet. So I feel like sometimes I've watched videos like this and people are just 10 years ahead of me. They have things a lot more complete. You know, it looks beautiful, Pinterest worthy, and my home is not yet there. So I'm definitely showing you an in process, thrifted, budget friendly home, but I still want to show you that it's possible because I've experienced this. When I first started, I didn't believe it, and now I'm a big believer in it. So I'm gonna take you along. I want to start in the kitchen, and the first thing is this spice rack. I found this at Goodwill. I believe it was $4-ish, somewhere in there. And I hung on to it for a while thinking I might use it in a bathroom, and then I ended up painting it blue and found that it was perfect for a spice rack. I would like to hang some mugs on the bottom rack. I actually did that for a while, but the way that it kind of fit in this space just wasn't really working, so I only use it for a spice rack now. I love the beadboard on the back. I think it's really beautiful and it's just very functional. I can fit 2 rows on 2 different shelves. And then another just decor piece that I have in my kitchen are these 2 baskets that I have hanging on the side of my cupboard by my sink. I actually would like to get different hooks for these. I just got command hooks at the dollar store way back when I got these and painted them, but I didn't know that Hobby Lobby actually has a lot of really beautiful hooks. If you can catch pieces at Hobby Lobby when they have sales, you can usually get pretty good deals. So I'm kind of on the lookout for that, but for now, this is what works. And periodically throughout the year, seasonally, I'll put flowers in these. I'm still kind of playing around with what exactly I want to be in there, if anything, as kind of a, you know, a placeholder when it's not Christmas or fall or something specific. But in the wintertime, I'll do like red berries. Those look really pretty. The ones that you can get on a stick. I have some fake ones and that looks really pretty. You can do fall flowers. So it's just something to pretty up this space. You spend time, if you're a homemaker, well, if you're anybody, doing dishes, so it might as well be a beautiful space. Other things that I've thrifted for my kitchen is this pitcher. I use this to fill our gravity filter, and it's just very efficient. You can fit over 48 ounces in it, and I usually have to do 1 or 2 in the morning, maybe another one at night, and that's about it. So it makes it really efficient. And then also water drinking glasses, which these I've just recently started thrifting, and I really like the jars. I just like that look. The water mouth jars for drinking water. I just love that cottage kind of farmhouse feel. They're literally 50 cents at the thrift store, so you just can't go wrong. And then baskets for kitchen storage. I've just slowly been collecting these. I use some for chip clips. I use some for extra spices. And then in one of our pantries, I have a bunch of Tupperware, glass Tupperware and lids. And right now I'm just using ones that I already had, but to fit with the aesthetic, which is important to me over time as I'm able to, I would like to get kind of like that wicker look so that everything is cohesive and goes together. Thrifting is just that way. You just have to be patient. So, but that's a great way to make your kitchen look really pretty. Even when you open your cupboards, it looks pretty. Things are contained and it's very inexpensive. A bigger piece that I found for our kitchen was this hutch. I shared all about this in a couple of videos. I got it for $45 at Goodwill. It was a dark green, it had wood on the back, and I painted it, added some paper on the back just to add some depth and beauty to it. I'm still waiting on getting some knobs for it, so this is a project that is in process as well, but I love it. I love how it looks in our kitchen. I love the blue. It's so beautiful. The mugs inside the hutch as well, most of these have been thrifted over time. Usually they're no more than $1 or $2 for a mug. Sometimes you can get them as a set and then they're even cheaper. And I just love the look of them in here. I don't have this all perfectly organized as I'd like to either, but in time it will get there. And it's just going to show that you can find so many things. Now kind of moving on to more decor things, living room area. All of my frames, not all of them, I would say most of them, and artwork have been thrifted. So I love to find frames that look vintage and beautiful and pretty. Sometimes I will paint them because a lot of the old vintage ones will be kind of like a really dusty gold looking color. And sometimes I'll do, what is it? There's an antique bronze paint that I really liked, and then one called Worn Penny, kind of a copper color. Those are really pretty. And then sometimes I'll throw in like a green or a blue just to pull everything together. You can find them for like $2, depending on how big of frames you're looking for. You can pretty much find anything. You do have to be patient with this. So as you can see, mine are still empty. I've been saying that for so long. It just hasn't been a priority in the budget compared to other things. They're still empty, but I'd like to get prints for all of these and just make it really beautiful and cohesive. So another thing a couple of things that I've thrifted, or actually one of these came from Facebook Marketplace, but similar thing because I have found other ones at the thrift store. Side tables. Other furniture you could too. I just haven't ventured much beyond little tables like this. These are perfect. You can find antique pieces or antique looking pieces. You know, they're kind of that collected look. They're not going to be exactly the same. And I use these for book storage, toy storage, so putting things on top as well. I probably don't even need to say that because that's just obvious, but easy peasy. I think the bigger one I found for $10 on Facebook Marketplace, and then the smaller one I think I got for $8. And I love them. So also this lamp, this large lamp, I found this at the thrift store for I think $14. And I'd like to thrift more lamps. Usually when I'm looking, I don't find exactly what I want. I find them at antique shops and then they're more expensive. So lamps are a little trickier, but I did find this one and I love it. And I actually got a separate lampshade at a different thrift store for I think like $2 because I didn't like the one that came with it. Voila, put them together and then I have a lamp that I like. Also, a lot of my wall decor, this wall shelf that I have, this actually came from an antique shop, but mostly everything on it is from the thrift store. All of the ironstone, the old books, the bells, it's all from the thrift store. The stuff next to it, I found the candle holder, the frame, the decorative shelf, and the picture on top of it, all at the thrift store. It's literally all thrifted. And I just love the look of it. I think it's so beautiful. It just almost effortlessly comes together, even though it was completely not effortless in the search and the patience of waiting for the pieces. You can really just find anything for any little nook and cranny, just beautiful pieces that people have gotten rid of and so affordable. Like most of these pieces were probably under $1 or $2. If you're buying that stuff at Target, it's gonna be, depending on what it is, at least, you know, $5 to $15 for a brand new piece. So that definitely adds up a lot quicker. Another thing I love to find at the thrift shops is old books. I only have a few of these so far, but I really want to grow my collection because for one, I love what they look like. They're so pretty. You can find all sorts of colors. I've seen people that have like a bunch of just blue shades and brown or orange. So far, I've kind of been in the brown and orange red. That's just what I've been able to find. I haven't found a lot of blue ones. Blue would be really pretty though, because we have hints of blue throughout our living room and kitchen. But I just like them regardless. I just think they're pretty. They're timeless. You can use them as decor. You can thumb through them. And they're usually about $1 a piece. Sometimes a little more if it's something that they have deemed, you know, I don't know, maybe it's in better shape or it's just like an absolute classic or something. It'll be a little more. And then the last thing that I thrift is baskets for toy storage and book storage. So I have this really cute basket that I use to store little musical instruments in. And then I have a bunch of baskets. I also have like a magazine rack that I got at Goodwill that I painted blue. And I use those all for children's books because they're easily accessible, they look pretty, they're really easy to clean up that way. I just love the aesthetic of it and the look of it and the ease of it for the kids. Like they can just easily grab a book out. It's not difficult, which would be the same idea as a shelf. Like people build bookshelves for their kids that are kind of like those tiered ones. I just personally like the look of wicker basket or this other one, kind of a Scandinavian style basket that we have that we store books in. I just like that beauty element for my home personally. So that's a great way. You could even store other toys in there too. Cars, Magnetiles, Legos, or Duplos, whatever your kids like to play with. That is a pretty way for mama to still feel like her home is beautiful and for the kids to still have what they need to thrive as well. So I think that brings us to the end of this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope it gave you some inspiration and encouragement. And I just really want to show people like an in-process home that is not complete. I'm just a big believer in you can create beauty in your home on a massive budget. You really can. So I hope that you were encouraged, and I will see you in my next video.